P and Z, and let's put this on here. And again, gotta make sure all three of those go before I let go. They're all going. Off it goes. There was a stream a while ago where all those didn't go. All right. Lock that onto the prograde vector. 90-degree heading. That's perfect. Like that. We do have a contract. I can't forget about it. Well, there should be another contract associated with this. Do I have this on the wrong one? Okay, I'll have to fix that in a little bit. Right now I'm paying attention to what's going on. There was a contract to get into a specific orbit, and that house somehow ain't there. Oh, I think I know what I might have done. I think I might have deleted it by mistake. Well, not deleted the contract, but just deleted it from this view. We'll get it in a sec. Right now, we're about to lose these SRBs. There we go. Will they do the whole ducking each other out again? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to reduce throttle here. So we're close to a minute away from apoapsis. Okay. I believe the contract I'm looking for. There is a in a specific orbit about the moon. Let's add that to Munar 3. Munar 3. Still not there. Oh, I somehow did that. Okay. There they go. Okay. We'll have to pay attention to what's... I had it hidden. I must have been so... So yeah, two contracts. One to go into a specific orbit, and the other is to bring some science back to Kerbin. And I know that the fine print is good. Because this thing had no trouble with fine print before. It just had trouble with fuel. Okay. And then the plan as well, we're going to send another probe out towards the moon, and it's going to collect all kinds of biome-specific space science too. That's the plan. And hopefully it'll all go well. Alright, I'm going to release the fairing. There we go. Put some lights on. Okay. And I'm still just watching my apoapsis here. It's just about at 70 kilometers. And almost at 80. There we go. Cut that throttle. Get up to apoapsis. So the plan here again is to collect mystery goo and materials-based science from space, both low and high around the moon, and get it back to Kerbin. That is the plan. Oh, now I got plenty of fuel. Now that I did a much better ascent than I did when I was in simulation, I got plenty of fuel to finish this off. Okay. Going to the moon has definitely been a theme of this series. And I'm hoping to finish that all off pretty soon. Whoa. Waiting a little too long. Let's punch this. Alright. Ugly, ugly orbit. 85 by 79. That ain't pretty, but it's gonna work. Okay, let's just put this onto the north vector for some solar panel exposure. I believe, no, I don't think I have deployed the antenna, so I should do that right now before I end up forgetting. Oh, I believe made that 1. There it is. There's my antenna. Okay, let's get ourselves to the moon. Oh, let's turn everything off. Moon, 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 where are you? Focus view on the moon. Oh, no, not focus view. Set target for the moon, and then bring us back to here. Here. 8:55. Why do I always... There. Focus view. All right. And again, we're going for this orbit here. That's part of our task as well. I've had 2 missions coming to try and get into this orbit, and this is now the 3rd one. Maybe it's this contract that's jinxed or something. I don't know. Oops. Oh, I think the timing's good. Let's a little retrograde, a little prograde. Oh, we're coming around the wrong side. I'm just noticing that. We're coming around completely the wrong way. That's the way we want to come around here. Silly. Try and do this with as little fuel as I can. Retrograde. A little more timing in. Take off a little bit more. Keep turning that the wrong way. Here, let's make the jumps more. Wow, this is taking being able to knock off a lot. It must be at the... I have a very... oh, here we go. I do have a bit of an eccentric parking orbit, so that's probably contributing to this. A little bit more finicky. Alright, that's good for now, and then we'll have to do a correction to bring that periapsis down so it's just touching the orbit, but that will be good for current orbit here. Let's see, okay. Yeah. Let's get over there. So warp to the maneuver. Put that on to prograde. So this is going to be Munar 3 round 2. Alright. Okay. So about 30 seconds. Let's just time warp a little bit. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And it'll just be very briefly on this stage, and then on that. Correct this just a little bit. There we go. So lots and lots of delta V. Remember, I budgeted 1410 and it was well over, it was close to 1700 meters per second of delta V on this thing, so should be able to do it easy. Easy like. This is full thrust, right? That's okay. It's a good little engine, it gets the job done. Okay. Yeah, the Perseverance stream. Keep me in the loop if anything exciting happens with that. This is, of course, the... I gotta slow down and think about what I'm doing just a second. So, of course, NASA's Mars rover should be... And actually, it seems like the landing will occur a little bit after this stream is set to be done. Overcooked it just a bit, but that's okay. All right, let's set up that correction. But I am not watching the stream because this takes up enough of... I don't need the distraction, but if there are people watching the stream from... of the rover landing at the same time they're watching this, keep me in the loop, please. Okay. Really, yeah. That's looking kind of okay. Let's turn the scale down a little bit. I think a little radially... Oh, that was too much. Radially this way. Again, I want that periapsis to just be touching that orbit. That looks pretty good. It even looks like again, the way in which we're coming in is already kind of close to being in the plane of the orbit that we're trying to match. So that's going to work out all right. Okay. So that is that. Again, we will put this onto the normal vector for the solar panels. And get out for that burn. This is a very short burn, so I'm just going to knock down that thrust quite a lot. Okay, let's get out there. Goodbye, Kerbin. It was great knowing you. We hopefully will be back. The plan is to return to Kerbin. Okay. All right, we'll do the burn. No need to wait for the burn indicator to get to 0. This is not that time sensitive, so I'm just going to bring that down. How we do? That's pretty sweet. We'll get ourselves into the moon's SOI. So let's select that and say warp to here. Here comes the moon. (3:55) Eastern Time. Yeah, that's going to be very close to when this stream is going to be done. Probably a little bit after this stream is going to be done. Okay, we are now in the moon. Let's change our view. Oh! Ah ha ha ha! Munar 1. Yeah, let's deal with that right now. So this is Kerbal Alarm Clock, and it has given me a notification that Munar 1 is within 10 minutes of its maneuver node. There's nothing urgent happening right now. Obviously, we have to get our capture, but we can come back to here. So it gives you this nice little menu. I can delete this notification because I don't want it anymore, and then we can just give us a jump to ship. So we're going to jump out to, very briefly, to Munar 1. So here we have, this is Munar 1 and its contract. Munar 1's a really, really old probe. It's been, here, let's turn again, everything off. It's been in orbit here for a while, but I have this contract to put it into this orange orbit, and what we're going to do is we're doing a maneuver right here, which is going to get us intercepting the moon right around here in about 3.5 days, and then this green orbit is our projected orbit, and to me it looks like, you know, we'll have to do some tweaking after this, but looks like the moon's going to be doing a lot of our work for us. So this is not a particularly, well, actually maybe I should, now I'm thinking about it, maybe I should actually get to when this maneuver is supposed to happen. So we're going to hit warp to that maneuver. I'm going to turn the thrust down on this guy. Again, it's a very small little burn. Probably a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to do the maneuver right now. Oh my gosh, I can't. You know what I should do? I should focus on the moon. Here we go. Let's watch the moon. There's so much going on out there. There we are. We're bringing our trajectory from here up to here so that the moon doesn't affect us too much. So I think we can just do this right now. So here we go. Slow down. Cut. How does that look? So we're coming, you know, not that close to the moon, but now our projected orbit afterwards, it's not showing it to us. I guess we'll find out when we get there. That's okay. I think this one's our orbit we're supposed to go into. We'll see when we get there. So I just want to make sure this probe is all in reasonable state for us to leave it. Electricity says perpetual. I think we can just leave it alone. Again, I'm going to use alarm clock. I'm going to add an alarm. The alarm clock sees that we're going to be encountering the moon. There's an SOI change, so I'm going to give myself 5 minutes warning before we encounter the moon, and we'll just put in that alarm. That alarm is in 3.5 days. We'll get back to that maybe even later this episode, but right now, do that. It is the Munar 3B we got to get back to. A little bit of jumping around. Little bit of jumping around. Okay, here we are. So, more or less where we left off. So I believe I have things set on 2. So we're going to put 2. And that opens up the materials bay. It opened up hopefully just one of the GUs. And it should have started the fuel cell. The fuel cell is running because these little solar panels do not generate enough electricity to run, especially the materials bay. If we put on the materials bay... Oh, it still says waiting. Oh, don't tell me because... Force run. Okay. I think... Because I did collect materials bay with Munar 3, I think Kerbalism's a little bit confused. Oh, okay. I think I have to do the same thing with this one. Is there a force run? Oh, shoot. I am collecting materials bay, but I'm not collecting goo. What? No. How come I got a force run with this? Not with this. Push. Stopped. Just goes stopped and waiting, but the other one had a force run. Shoot. Okay, I might not be able to collect. Okay. Just gonna have to see what happens here. I think it's all confused because I've already collected this. Technically, but I didn't get it back to Kerbin because it's now in a high orbit about Kerbin. I didn't get it back to the KSC, but what I think I just have to do... I'm forced... Wait a minute. I'm very confused. I'm going to open up the Kerbalism science thing. Materials bay. Yeah, there's nothing in the... Okay, never mind. I thought for a second here it already said there's some in research and development. I think it's actually confused. I think it is confused. There is no... Oh, bottom button. I'm seeing that. Okay, let me see if I go to here. Turn that off. Info. Thank you. Thank you very much. Who was that? Fly Navy said bottom button. Thank you very much. Okay, now we're collecting both. So I got to get this up to 9 and I got to get this up to 27. I don't think it's going to stop automatically. I don't know who's going to get there first. Oh, it looks like the goo will. Okay. So the goo's done. Oh, and this is done. Okay. Stop. 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 Okay. So I have my material study, 27 science and 9 science. I think the 9.1 is wrong. And we can take that now and we can transfer that to our storage container because only this is coming down to the surface. So this stuff should now be in there. Good. Okay. All right, that worked. That was a little weird, but I think it worked. Okay, next, we need to focus ourselves on the moon here. And we need to do ourselves a capture. So we're adding a maneuver right there at periapsis. That was a little bit of a panicky moment there. We'll get our capture. This time we have 981 meters per second left. That is lots and lots and lots and lots for what we want to do. Okay, and we'll switch to here. And again, we do have to, I went a little too far. We do have to get the right, like if we take a look at the orbital parameters, there is an argument to periapsis. So that means you want the periapsis here and the apoapsis here. So there is a bit of tweaking we're going to have to do with this. But let's, one thing at a time. Okay, periapsis there is pretty close. Let's see if we can use some radially. I think it's this one I need. Let's get the periapsis and apoapsis just right first. So 254 by 204. So yeah, we need to come more this down. 204. There we go. That's pretty close. And now we need to use a radial. That's it. To get this periapsis to be close to this periapsis. And we also need to match inclination, so that's going to take a little bit of normalness. Because you want to match this orbit. Wow, that's looking pretty good. I'm sure that's good enough. I am confident that that is good enough. Okay, so we got to capture. Yeah, let's go and do it. So, oh wait, let's turn up the throttle limit. I noticed how long that burn was. Okay, let's get down there. And retrograde. Watch this from out here. This should hopefully be the end of this contract. This is my third attempt to do this. The first attempt went astray because I forgot to put a mystery goo onto the vessel, which was a requirement of the contract. My second attempt went astray because I didn't have enough fuel. So, third time's a charm. Let's hope it works this time. Time warp a little bit closer. Actually, I can see I need to be not on retrograde, but I actually need to be a little bit off of retrograde on that maneuver node, because there is a bit of normalness and a bit of radialness to this too. Okay. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. And again, I'm more looking at these orbital parameters going green than I am going to be looking at the maneuver node indicator. But so far, this seems pretty good. I'm getting ready. I'm going to reduce throttle here, and we're just going to watch the contract. The moment that goes green, it did. There we go. Didn't quite finish the burn, but this has now gone green. We should wait the mandatory 10 seconds. Hoorah! There we go. Contract complete. So that is step number 1 of all this. Still have this step to bring some science home to Kerbin, but we're not done with our science collecting yet. Oh no, sir. We still got to get materials bay and goo in low space. So what I was thinking of was, let's see, here, let's again turn off all this distracting information. There we go. We're going to be performing our ejection here to go back towards Kerbin. So I'm thinking all I really need to do is get my periapsis low at this side of the moon and then do my ejection. There's no sense going completely down to a low orbit. So that way we'll get our periapsis low here. we'll just, then we'll, collect our science, and then we'll perform the burn at periapsis, which would be the most efficient place to do our ejection. No sense in circularizing in low space. I don't see why that would be necessary. So I'm just thinking, as we go, I think right around here. So I'm going to time warp. I'm not going to use a maneuver for this. Time warp out to around here-ish to see how precise this all is. We're going to turn ourselves retrograde. And I just want my periapsis to get down about 10 kilometers or so, I would say. Maybe 12. That's about it. 12 kilometers. And we'll cut it at 14. That's good. I don't want to get into too many because there's limited ignitions here. I don't want to do too many tweaks. Still got 16 ignitions, but there's no sense playing that roulette wheel. All right, so, oh shoot, oh no, is this running still? It is. No, oh dear. I just realized I might have made a grievous error. Okay, we'll find out. It might be okay. I still got a lot of hydrogen. Maybe? Okay. Okay, my grievous error. I was doing a lot of worrying, and I'm still on retrograde here, stupid. Come on. There we go. My grievous error was that fuel cell was running that entire time, and I thought, and it wasn't necessary once the experiments were done, and I thought that perhaps I had used up all my hydrogen and oxygen, but I can see that there's still plenty of hydrogen and oxygen, so maybe the fuel cell turns itself off automatically? I don't know, but whatever. I still have more than half of it, so it should be okay. Okay. Let's get down to low space, which I think, isn't it 60 kilometers? Low space? Let's get down there. And then we'll get down to low space. We'll open up the other materials bay and goo. Okay, here we go. A little closer. I think 60 kilometers is low space. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to go with that. Okay. And we'll get ready to start the fuel cell. And then I think I had 3 for the action group. Yeah. Fuel cell running. There it is. Yep, it's running. And yep. I think everything's going. So we are collecting more materials bay, more goo. This should be space low. Now it's entirely possible that we might, because it takes 20 minutes to collect all that materials bay, we might not be done by the time we're out, but we'll just ride around again. We might be out of near space before coming back up. Definitely on the next go, but I don't think we're going to quite... I think it's 27 science? Oh, maybe. We might make it. Oh, the goo is done. Oh, we're out. Okay, so let's stop the fuel cell. We didn't quite get all the material studied. That's easy. We just ride around one more time. Warning, Munar 3 batteries are almost empty. Why? Is it just because of it? Okay. We're okay. We're fine. Relax. We're back. Batteries don't do very much. There's not much electrical generation that the solar cells is doing when the... Okay. So, again, back to 60 kilometers. Start up that fuel cell again. There it goes. And we should be Starting to generate. Yep. Get more and more. I'm not sure how much. How much is... That's it. 36. It's done. Okay. So, we can stop the fuel cell now. We've collected all the materials bay. We've collected all the goo. We're going to transfer it all up to here. Transfer data here. So now all of this stuff should all be stored in that upper thing. That's good. It's time to head back to Kerbin. I'm not sure if we can do this right away, but we're going to try. Gonna try. We got so much fuel. I'm just gonna... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Be careful here. Don't want to make this return too hot. I usually find around 35 kilometers is a nice number for going into Kerbin's atmosphere back from the moon. Okay, we are coming up on this maneuver really quickly, so let's just do it. Full good. Here, we're just going to put it on prograde. 17-second burn. Just got to get back home. That fuel cell stopped. That's good. Back to here. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. On our way out of here. Let's watch this from here. Coming for you, Kerbin. Okay, reduce that throttle. 35 kilometers or thereabouts. Oh, whoa, went way, 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 way too far. It's going to reduce this throttle. Come back. That, I worry, will be a little bit too hot. Might be okay. I don't know. That's good. All right. So, this really should be it. I'm getting to the scary part now. I never did test this thing on re-entry, so hopefully it'll all be okay. Only this top bit is coming back. That is the plan. So, let's just exit. Let's exit the moon's SOI first. Bye-bye, moon. We'll be back. Okay, and let's time warp about here. Doing the long fall back to Kerbin. The Moon Mapper 1's turning on and off as it runs out of data. Okay. Kerbin looking big and blue and beautiful. Alright, one last check to make sure all that stuff is in the return capsule, because it would be pretty bad if any of those samples were actually still in here. All right. Okay, let's lose all of this. Retrograde. And I'm going to actually keep this on, SAS on, locked on the retrograde vector. The parachute should be armed. I believe it is, yep. And hopefully this will all I'm nervous now because I never did test this. It's such... I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It looks like it should be naturally aerodynamic this way, but... not how... Oh, I see. I hear explosions happening over here. It's oh! Sweet. How close is that coming to us? Jeepers. That was scary. There is lots of explosions happening back here. The world is being rocked. Things are very, very calm, though, with this little guy. Get ready to jettison that heat shield when we don't need it anymore. It's time warp. This is going fine. Whoa. Whoa, a little bit of camera fun there. All right. It's taking a long time to slow down. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I think the scary stuff is all done. Here, let's put this on here so we can... There goes our parachute. Oh, this is exciting. This should be a nice little science hall for us. Yep, yep, yep. All right. And we should be getting that full deploy. There we go. Let's jettison that heat shield. I don't know why I did that, to be honest. This thing's so light, but I just like listening to it. I just like it hitting the ground. Here we are. Nicey nice. It is falling so slowly. Even at the full time warp speed. Okay, we're just about there. I should have put some lights on this thing. Really. I didn't think about it hitting in the dark. There we go! Recover! That should be it. That went well! And if I'm a little bit surprised, it's because I am a little bit surprised. So, what did we get here? 48 science from all of that? I guess that's alright. I'm up to 123.3 science. Let's get into here. And the one I was eyeing was landing. Again, for the double C seismic accelerometer. Let's grab that right away.